Welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, we will be cutting a box bob haircut. We will be cutting this bob haircut from the front to the back, using horizontal and round graduation, precision cutting techniques. The previous haircut was a horizontal graduated bob. The link is in the bio below. We start with zoning out the fringe section. I have chosen to cut a wide fringe, using the end of the eyebrow as my guide. We now section from the top of the crown to behind the ear, taking a fine diagonal back section in the back zone, and a horizontal section in the front zone. We start our horizontal graduation in the front zone, cutting a horizontal line through the comb, tapping above and below the ear to allow for the ear protrusion, cutting with zero elevation, keeping our comb square to the floor. We continue this process behind the ear to avoid any gaps or holes in this area. In the back zone, we are cutting round graduation, taking our guide from the front zone, elevating to approximately 45 degrees. Our cutting angle mirrors our section. We continue with the same sectioning in the front and back zones. We start to build our horizontal graduation in the front zone, using our fingers to elevate the section 45 degrees out from the head shape. We connect the front zone into the back by taking our guide from the front. Our previous section underneath becomes our new cutting guide. Our elevation continues to elevate as we move up the head shape in both front and back zones. We now take section 3, removing section 1, working with only 2 sections at a time. We comb our previous guide from underneath, connecting into our new section. We then comb from above to find our guide. Our cutting angle always mirrors our section, working on a 45-degree angle off the base of our cutting section. Working with clean sections and even hair hydration will help to ensure you cut an even precision haircut. It will also help you to keep control over your shape. We control the shape of our graduation with our sectioning, our elevation, and our cutting line. It is very important to know the mechanics of what builds the shape and how to combine them to create a haircut. In the front zone, we will stop at the center parting, and in the back, we will be working diagonally down to the center nape. The back zone won't cross over like standard round graduation. We will be cutting the center back, connecting both sides with horizontal graduation. We used round graduation in the back sides to remove hair around the ear area. If we had have used horizontal graduation in these areas, the shape would have looked like a triangular, graduated bob shape. This process allowed us to create a box shape from above the occipital bone area. We have now completed the back side zone. We now complete the front zone, continuing horizontal sections. We now cross-check our work with vertical sections. We now move to the opposite side, rehydrating this side before starting. repeating exactly the same process as the first side. I use my comb to measure my guide from the first side. This can be a great tool to ensure perfect symmetry. It can also help to save time, as it takes the guesswork out of the process. We start cutting through the comb, using your comb and scissor to guide the hair down to the cutting line. We now connect the back zone with a diagonal back cutting line with our fingers directed down towards the neck. Working on this side is my easier side, so I tend to cut my easy side last. Do you start or complete your haircuts with your easier side? Let me know in the comments below. Our body position follows each cutting section as we work around the head shape. We elevate and connect our previous section from underneath. We then comb through from above to find our cutting line. I like to direct every section to the center of my body. This helps me to maintain balance and ensures I maintain accurate elevation and body position before cutting. Be sure to utilize your mirrors to maintain elevation throughout your haircut. Sometimes I take a step back to overlook the progress of my shape before continuing. These little tips can make a massive improvement to your haircuts and also your speed. You will notice the horizontal graduation is heavy. It creates width and also maintains corners. It creates the perfect flat shape, maintaining length around the face whilst keeping a corner behind the ear, where we will eventually connect through to the opposite ear, with horizontal graduation in the center back zone, creating a square box shape from ear to occipital bone to opposite ear, creating a fun box bob. Once you have finished this zone, be sure to check your balance. Use your mirror and also step back and assess your balance before moving to the back center zone. We now complete the back zone with horizontal graduation, taking our first section below the occipital bone. We take fine clean horizontal sections. Elevation is at 45 degrees, and our cutting line mirrors our section. I'm using a guide from the side zones and connecting through to the opposite side. We continue this process until we complete this zone. Cutting horizontal graduation in this zone will ensure we create a box bob square flat shape above the occipital bone area. The box bob is designed to enhance the cheekbone's profile and neckline. This haircut can be worn straight and heavy, or with undone texture and movement. This haircut has been worn by the likes of Mary Quant, Sienna Miller, Debbie Harry, Barbara Streisand, Diana Ross, Natalie Portman, Victoria Beckham, and Naomi Campbell. This is the box bob shape, before refining and cutting the fringe zone. I start with rehydrating the fringe zone. I have chosen to cut a square fringe. When cutting a square fringe, we start in the sides. This helps to maintain balance in each corner. We cut a flat square horizontal line on both sides before connecting the center of the fringe. If we start the fringe in the center, we have a tendency to round the fringe, creating too much weight in the corners, creating a curved line, as the head shape is round. It's important to assess your client's hair type. If you have textured, wavy or bouncy hair, you're best to cut the fringe dry. We now flat wrap blow dry with a Denman or vest brush, blow drying the hair into natural fall, preparing the haircut for the refining process. I have a tutorial in the bio below, dedicated to the flat wrap blow dry. I am using a simple club cutting technique to refine the horizontal graduation. Point cutting into the line will help to refine and collapse the shape, creating a more solid shape. I continue to use a club cutting and point cutting technique to refine the hairline and horizontal graduation. repeating the same process on the opposite side and in the fringe zone. I personally love how versatile the bob haircut is, from making young school girls look super cute, or making a model look super fierce, or making a grandma look super quirky and creative. It really is a classic we all need to master for the salon floor. Do you have a favorite bob haircut shape? Let me know in the comments below. If you learned anything new and if you would like to support my channel, all it takes is hitting the like and subscribe icons. I would really appreciate your support. Massive thank you for watching. See you next week.